Today we're going to be taking a look at a plasma cutter made by Bestarc. We have looked at Bestarc tools before and they have pretty much proven that they are good quality and their designs seem to be pretty good. They did reach out to me and they asked if I would take a look at this and I would share it with you guys, and I told them sure, go ahead and send it, and that's what we're going to do today. This is the BTC500XP and this is the 11th generation. That's because Bestarc keeps improving what they have. That is one reason Bestarc has a hard following, because their products just keep getting better. In the box you're going to find the ground cable and clamp. It also comes with some air hose. We will not be using that just because we're going to use our own air line. It also comes with a 240 to 120 adapter because this will run on 120 volts. It does come with a couple of pigtail options. You're probably not going to need those, but it's a great option in case you want to use it on maybe a plasma table or some other type of accessory. In the bag is some extra tips, a roll of Teflon, and some hose clamps. And again, that would be if you were going to use the air hose that they give you. You're going to get the cutting torch itself, and you're also going to get a tool to change some of those accessories out. Looking at the back side of the unit, you're going to find the power button. You're going to find where your air line needs to be plugged into, and you're going to find those auxiliary ports to use with those pigtails that we talked about a little bit ago. Located on the front of the machine, there is an air regulator right here. Your torch will plug into this port here. The ground will plug in right there. And of course, there is a full digital display up at the top. So I've powered the unit on so that we can take a look at that screen and see how everything operates. The top button allows you to switch between just air and cutting. This is a mesh and plate setting, so if you have a lot of spaces that are going to be happening while you're cutting, you'll want to use the mesh setting. If you're cutting something solid, then obviously you'll want to use the plate setting. In the top right corner is the trigger setting. This basically is how you tell it how you want that arc to be on. If you turn it to 2T, that means the arc is going to be on when you're holding the trigger down, and when you let go of that trigger, it's going to shut itself off. If you have it set to 4T, you pull the trigger and let go, it'll come on. You pull the trigger again and let go, and it'll turn off. In the bottom right corner is our post air, or our pre-time air, or pre-flow if you want to call it that. And how that adjustment works is pressing the button will highlight which setting you want to adjust, and this knob here on the left will allow you to adjust that setting. The knob right here on the right is the current setting. It's how many amps you're going to be cutting with. This is your regulator valve. It will show you right here what those PSIs are set to. Right now we're set at 37. We are plugged into a regular 120 outlet. I love testing these units on a regular 120 volt outlet because sometimes that's all the access some people have in their garages. They don't have access to a 240 outlet. I think it's a good demonstration to show how well they cut. We are going to be cutting some check plate, and I'm going to point out one more time, we are plugged into a regular 120 volt outlet. We're using the adapter. Let's see how it cuts. So not too bad for the first cut. I probably could have went a little bit faster. This particular torch does have what I like to call training wheels, so you can drag it and not burn up your tip, and that's exactly what I did. Let's do a little bit of a longer cut. I'm going to use the spud bar kind of as a guide. That way we can see how clean this is actually cutting. Not a bad cut at all. It's very, very clean. So what are my final thoughts of this little plasma cutter? Well, I really like it. I think it's small, it's compact, it doesn't take up a lot of shop space. It has a ton of features that are crammed into it, and you can even use it with a CNC machine if you wanted to, because you do have those interface ports on the back side. We used it on 120 volts, it did just fine. It's obviously going to do a little better on 240 volts, but regardless, it's a great little cutting machine. If you're interested, I will put an affiliate link down below in the pinned comments. I will also put one in the description, and if at any time I have a problem with this unit, I will also put it in the pinned comments. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos. At the very least, you might be entertained.